Your mother, who is in heaven, has been begging to tell you something. This is her final message, and you will never hear her again, so listen this right now. Don't make the mistake of skipping this. I am speaking to you about the cry that has reached my throne, the longing of your mother's heart that I have allowed to pass through my voice, so you do not miss what could change your life forever. Do not turn away from this moment, because what you are about to hear carries healing, protection, and a blessing that has been waiting for you. If your heart is open and you believe that I am guiding you right now, type Amen in the comments as a sign that you receive this. What you do in the next few minutes matters more than you understand, because this is about love that did not end with death and care that still surrounds you. Your mother in heaven has not been silent because she forgot you. She has been silent because I was preparing the right time for you to truly listen. She has been begging me to let you know that you are not alone, not abandoned, and not unseen in your pain. I am allowing you to hear this now because you are standing at a turning point, and if you ignore this, you may delay a breakthrough that has your name on it. Before you go any further, pause and press like on this video as an act of agreement with the love and protection I am pouring over you right now. This is not about numbers or attention, but about your heart choosing to stay and receive what heaven is releasing. Your mother's desire is not to frighten you, but to protect you from choices that could wound you deeply. I am using this moment to pull you closer, because there is something ahead that requires wisdom, strength, and a reminder of who you are. She has been asking me to tell you that she sees your tears. She has watched the nights when you felt weak and did not tell anyone how heavy your chest felt. She has seen the guilt you carry, the words you wish you had said, and the apologies you never had the chance to give. I want you to understand that she does not hold regret against you, and neither do I. This is her final chance, through my voice, to place peace inside your heart. She wants you to stop blaming yourself for the past. She wants you to forgive yourself for the moments when you were young, confused, or afraid. I am telling you now that she is at rest, and the greatest gift you can give her is to live without chains around your soul. You have been walking with a quiet fear that something bad will happen because you have not done enough or prayed enough. That fear is not from me. Your mother has been pleading that you would release that burden and trust that I am guiding your steps. If you trust that I am still in control of your life, write 1111 in the comments as a declaration of faith. She wants you to know that there is a decision in front of you that needs courage. You have been hesitating because you doubt your ability and you question whether you are worthy of something greater. From heaven, she has been asking me to remind you that she always saw strength in you, even when you could not see it yourself. I placed gifts inside you before you were born, and her prayers over your life did not stop when her earthly breath did. Do not make the mistake of thinking this is just emotion. This is direction. I am steering you away from a path that looks easy but leads to emptiness. And I am pointing you toward a road that requires faith but leads to fulfillment. Your mother's heart has always wanted you safe, and I am honoring that desire by warning you gently and guiding you clearly. There are people around you who do not understand your calling. They may speak doubt over you or laugh at your dreams. Your mother has been asking me to protect your mind from their words because she knows how sensitive your heart can be. I am placing a shield over you, and I am teaching you to listen to my voice above every other noise. She is not begging because she is restless. She is pleading because she loves you deeply and does not want you to settle for less than what I prepared. She knows the patterns in your life that try to repeat themselves, and she wants you to break them now. I am giving you the strength to end cycles of fear, poverty, anger, and self-doubt. You have felt her presence at times, in small and quiet ways. That warmth you sensed was not your imagination. I allowed you to feel comfort, so you would remember that love does not disappear. Yet this is the last time I will speak of her longing in this way, because from this point forward you must walk by faith, not by signs. Her final plea is simple. She wants you to choose life, joy, and obedience to me. She wants you to stop shrinking yourself to fit into spaces that were never designed for you. I created you with purpose, and her prayers helped shape the path that is still unfolding before you. Listen carefully now. The regret you carry can be lifted. The fear you feel can be calmed. The future that worries you is already in my hands. Your mother rests knowing that I am your father, your protector, and your provider. Do not skip what I am doing in your life. Do not turn away from my guidance because it challenges your comfort. This is the moment she has been begging for, and this is the moment I am calling you higher. There have been moments when you felt her absence like a sharp wind against your soul. Birthdays, quiet evenings, sudden memories that rise without warning have made you feel small and exposed. I have seen how you hold yourself together in front of others, yet break down when no one is watching. Your mother has asked me to comfort you in those private hours, because she knows that is when your thoughts can become heavy and dark. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life, but now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. She wants you to stop replaying the last days you had with her. You keep going over conversations, wishing you had done something differently or said something more. I am telling you now that love was already complete between you. Nothing unfinished on earth has damaged what was built in the spirit. There is something else she has been urging me to tell you. You have been trying to carry responsibilities that were never meant to crush you. You feel like you must now be strong for everyone, as if losing her means you are no longer allowed to be vulnerable. She does not want you hardened by grief, and neither do I. Strength in my kingdom is not the absence of tears. Strength is trusting me even when your eyes are wet and your hands tremble. Your mother knows that your tenderness is part of your calling. Do not bury that softness, because it is one of the ways I will use you to heal others. There are habits in your life that began after she left. Some were ways to cope with the emptiness. Some were distractions to avoid feeling pain. She has been concerned about the path those habits could lead you down if you do not confront them now. I am not speaking to condemn you. I am speaking to redirect you before damage becomes deeper. You are not too far gone, and you are not too weak to change. If you believe that I can still restore every broken place in you, write 1212 in the comments as a sign of trust. Your mother's final longing is that you would forgive someone you have been holding in your heart. There is a wound that has been sitting inside you for years. She knows how that bitterness slowly drains your joy and clouds your peace. She does not want you carrying anger that will poison your future. I am asking you to release what hurt you. I will handle justice in my time. When you forgive, you are not saying what happened was right. You are saying that your freedom matters more than your pain. You have also doubted whether I truly listen to your prayers. When days feel silent and nothing seems to move, you assume I am distant. Your mother has seen how quickly you lose hope when answers are delayed. She has been asking me to reassure you that delay is not denial. I have been arranging circumstances behind the scenes. I have been closing doors you thought you wanted and opening ones you did not expect. What feels like chaos to you is often protection in disguise. Your mother rests peacefully because she trusts my plan for you completely. You are standing at the edge of growth. A new season is approaching, but it requires surrender. It requires letting go of the version of yourself that was shaped by fear and stepping into the identity I have always spoken over you. She remembers how you were as a child. She remembers your curiosity, your laughter, your dreams that felt too big for your small hands. I remember too, because I was there when those dreams were formed. They were not accidents, and they were not foolish fantasies. Do not let disappointment convince you to shrink. Do not let past failures define what you are capable of becoming. I am breathing courage into you again. Your mother's last plea is that you would not waste your life hiding from your own potential. There are relationships in your life that need boundaries. You have been overextending yourself to keep peace, even when it costs your own well-being. She does not want you drained and resentful. I do not want you trapped in cycles of people-pleasing. It is time to choose obedience over approval. It is time to value your calling more than temporary comfort. When you align yourself with me, you may lose some applause, but you will gain peace that no person can take away. Your mother also wants you to take care of your body. Grief and stress have worn you down. You ignore signs of exhaustion because you feel you must keep pushing forward. I am reminding you that your body is a gift, not a machine. Rest is not weakness. Seeking help is not failure. Healing is part of honoring both me and the life she carried for you. You have wondered if she is proud of you. You question whether you have lived up to what she hoped for. I am telling you clearly that she is at peace, and she is not measuring you by achievements or titles. She cares about your heart. She cares about whether you are walking in love, integrity, and faith. Those things matter far more in eternity than the numbers the world counts. As you continue forward, do not expect another sign like this. This is not meant to create dependence on moments. It is meant to anchor you in truth. From here on, you must rely on my spirit within you. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are surrounded by grace that you cannot see with your natural eyes. If you receive that grace right now, write 777 inches the comments as a declaration that you accept my covering. Your mother's begging has been heard. Her love has been honored. Now it is time for you to live boldly, freely, and faithfully. I am with you in the morning when you wake up, and in the night when silence feels loud. I am guiding your steps even when you feel unsure. And I am turning your grief into strength that will one day comfort someone else who walks through the same valley. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research, and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. There is a quiet fear inside you that you will forget her voice. You worry that as time moves forward, her laughter will fade from your memory. That fear has made you cling tightly to the past, sometimes at the cost of embracing your present. I want you to know that love rooted in eternity does not disappear with time. Your mother does not want you frozen in yesterday. She does not want every step forward to feel like betrayal. Growth is not disloyalty. Healing is not forgetting. She has been asking me to help you release the guilt you feel when you experience joy. There are moments when you laugh or succeed, and suddenly sadness follows because she is not physically there to see it. You question whether it is right to celebrate without her beside you. I am telling you clearly that your joy honors her far more than your sorrow ever could. When you choose joy, you testify that love did not end in tragedy. When you rise after loss, you prove that what she planted in you is still alive. That is not disobedience to her memory. That is the fruit of her care and my grace working together. There is also something she has longed for you to do that you have been postponing. It is a dream that has been in your heart for years. You keep telling yourself that the timing is not right or that you are not prepared enough. She sees how fear disguises itself as practicality in your life. I did not create you to live cautiously within walls of self-doubt. I placed courage inside you before you ever took your first breath. Your mother recognized it in small ways when you were young, and she celebrated it even when you stumbled. That courage is still there, waiting for you to trust it again. You have allowed disappointment to shape your expectations. After losing her, you began preparing for loss in every other area of life. You keep your heart guarded because you assume that if something beautiful begins, it will eventually be taken away. That mindset has quietly limited your ability to receive the fullness I want to give you. I am not a God who delights in taking from you. I am a Father who restores, multiplies, and protects. Your mother has asked me to tell you that living in constant anticipation of loss is not faith. It is fear, and it does not reflect the truth of who I am. There are new relationships that I am bringing into your life. Some will be friendships that nourish you. Some may become partnerships that strengthen you. Do not sabotage these connections because you are afraid to be vulnerable again. Your mother's final longing is that you would open your heart without expecting betrayal at every turn. She trusted me with your life, and she still trusts me with your future. If you are willing to trust me in the same way, write 555 inches the comments as a sign of surrender. There are financial concerns that have weighed heavily on your mind. You feel pressure to secure everything, to control every outcome, to avoid instability at all costs. Since her departure, responsibility has felt heavier and more urgent. You carry a silent promise to make sure nothing falls apart. I see your effort, and I honor your dedication. Yet you must remember that I am your provider. Your mother is at peace because she knows I am capable of sustaining you in ways that go beyond your calculations. You have been comparing yourself to others more than you realize. You look at their progress, their families, their achievements, and you quietly measure your own life against theirs. This comparison has eroded your gratitude and dimmed your confidence. Your mother never compared you to anyone else, and neither do I. I crafted you uniquely. Your timeline is not a mistake. Your process is not inferior. There is also a calling on your life that involves comforting others who have lost someone dear to them. You have walked through grief, and that journey has shaped you in ways you do not fully understand yet. I will use your story to bring hope to people who feel like they cannot breathe through their pain. What once felt like a wound will become a source of compassion and strength. Do not despise the valley you walked through. Even there, I was forming something eternal in you. Your mother sees how your heart has softened rather than hardened, and that brings her peace. You sometimes wonder whether she hears you when you speak her name. You whisper words into the quiet, hoping they reach somewhere beyond what you can see. I am the one who holds every tear and every word. Nothing you have spoken in love has been wasted. Yet I do not want you living in constant attempts to reach beyond the veil. I want you rooted firmly in the life I have given you now. The purpose of this final expression is not to keep you looking upward in longing, but to send you forward in strength. There is a temptation in you to retreat when challenges arise. After losing someone so precious, your tolerance for pain feels lower. You think you cannot survive another deep blow. But I am telling you that you are stronger than you think, because I am within you. Your mother's faith did not die with her body. The prayers she prayed over you still echo in the spiritual realm. I am honoring those prayers by shaping you into someone who stands firm even when storms rise. You are not fragile beyond repair. You are resilient because my spirit lives in you. The very areas where you feel most vulnerable are the places where my power will shine the brightest. Do not be afraid of the future. There are blessings ahead that will surprise you. There are doors that will open at moments when you least expect them. You are not walking toward emptiness. You are walking toward fulfillment. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Before I close this portion of what you are receiving, I want you to seal this truth in your heart. You are deeply loved by a mother who rests in peace and by a God who reigns in power. That love is not fading, and it is not conditional. If you accept that you are protected and guided from this day forward, write 999 inches the comments as your declaration of faith. Let this be a turning point where fear loses its grip and trust takes root. Walk ahead with courage. Live with joy without guilt. Build, create, love, and forgive boldly. There have been nights when you felt anger rise inside you. You did not always admit it. But part of you was upset that she left when you still needed her. You felt abandoned even though you know she did not choose to go. I have heard the thoughts you were afraid to speak out loud. Your mother does not hold that anger against you. She understands the human heart, and she knows grief is complicated. I am not offended by your honesty either. I would rather you bring your raw feelings to me than bury them under false strength. You have also struggled with the question of why. You looked at other families who seemed to have more time together. You wondered why your story had to include this kind of pain. Even when you tried to stay faithful, the silence felt heavy. I want you to understand something clearly. I did not remove her to harm you. There are mysteries that your mind cannot fully hold, but there is no cruelty in my heart toward you. Your mother is not in loss. She is in peace. What she has been begging me to tell you is that you must stop interpreting every hardship as punishment. Since her passing, you have carried a subtle fear that something about you caused suffering. That belief has shaped how you see events in your life. It has created unnecessary guilt and anxiety. You are not cursed. You are not being targeted. You are not under hidden judgment. I am a God of mercy and restoration. Your mother rests knowing that my plans for you are good. She does not want you living as if you are always waiting for the next blow. There is a talent inside you that you have neglected. It may be something creative, something intellectual, or something deeply spiritual. You once felt excited about it, but after she left, you felt too drained to nurture it. Grief made everything feel less important. Yet she has been asking me to stir that gift again. She knows that when you use what I placed inside you, you feel alive. She wants you to experience that aliveness fully, not partially. You are not dishonoring her by thriving. You are honoring both her and me by stepping into what you were designed to become. If you believe that I am calling you to rise instead of shrink, write 10 inches the comments as your declaration of courage. There are moments when memories hit you unexpectedly. A song, a scent, a simple phrase can take you back instantly. Sometimes those memories comfort you. Other times they leave you breathless and aching. I want you to stop fighting those memories. They are not your enemy. They are reminders that love was real and that it still shapes who you are. But I also want you to stop building your identity only around what you lost. You are more than someone who experienced grief. You are someone who carries resilience, compassion, and depth because of it. Your mother's final longing includes this truth. She does not want her absence to define your entire story. She wants her love to empower you, not imprison you. There have been opportunities you quietly turned down because you felt unworthy. You doubted whether you could succeed without her guidance. You assumed that her absence meant you had lost your greatest supporter. I am still your guide. I am still your support. I am still your strength. When you take steps forward, you are not walking alone. I am directing you even when you cannot feel it. Your mother trusted me with you when she was on earth, and she trusts me even more now. There is also healing that must happen in your family. Old tensions and misunderstandings have been sitting under the surface. Her departure exposed cracks that were already there. She does not want division to grow where love once stood. I am asking you to be a bridge, not a wall. That does not mean accepting disrespect. It means choosing wisdom and patience where pride would normally respond. You are capable of being that peacemaker because I am shaping your heart. Do not underestimate the influence you carry. You have wondered whether you are doing enough to make her proud. That question has quietly driven many of your decisions. You work harder than necessary. You push yourself beyond healthy limits. You measure your worth by productivity. Your mother's heart does not measure you that way. She is not counting your achievements. She is rejoicing over your growth. I want you to shift your focus from proving yourself to trusting yourself. Trust the values she taught you. Trust the conscience I placed inside you. Trust the guidance that rises in your spirit when you are still and attentive. There are blessings approaching that you have not even imagined. You think your best days were when she was physically present. You fear that the future cannot hold the same warmth or security. You are wrong about that. I am not finished writing your story. New joy will come, new connections will form, new stability will surprise you. Do not let nostalgia convince you that the past was your peak. I have greater peace and deeper fulfillment ahead for you. Your mother is not asking me to freeze your life in memory. She is asking me to propel you forward in strength. There is also a spiritual maturity developing in you. You pray differently now. You think more deeply about eternity. You sense that life is fragile and precious. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. That awareness is not meant to make you anxious, it is meant to make you intentional. Live in a way that reflects gratitude. Speak words of love more often. Take risks that align with purpose rather than fear. Before this portion closes, I want to remind you again that you are not forgotten in heaven. Every tear, every whispered thought, every quiet hope is seen. If you accept that you are covered by my protection and guided by my wisdom, write 15 inches the comments as a sign that you receive this covering. Let today mark a shift inside you. Release guilt, release fear, release comparison. Carry her love as fuel, not as weight. I am with you in every breath, every decision, and every step you take. Your mother's final longing was not for you to remain in sorrow. It was for you to rise, live fully, and trust that I will never leave you. There is a hidden loneliness you carry even when you are surrounded by people. You smile, you speak, you show up, but there is an empty chair in your heart that no one else seems to fill. That emptiness sometimes makes you withdraw emotionally without realizing it. Your mother has asked me to remind you that I am able to fill spaces that human presence cannot. You are not strange for feeling this way. Grief leaves impressions that time alone does not erase. But I do not want you to build walls around your heart to protect that empty space. I want you to invite me into it so that it becomes a place of strength instead of sorrow. There are decisions coming that will shape the next few years of your life. You sense that something is shifting, even if you cannot fully explain it. Your mother's plea was that you would not make those choices out of fear or desperation. She wants you steady, thoughtful, and aligned with my guidance. You have a tendency to rush when you feel uncertain. You try to control outcomes so you do not feel powerless again. I understand why you do that, but control is not the same as security. Real security comes from trusting that I am ahead of you, preparing what you cannot yet see. If you believe that I am ordering your steps and not leaving you to guess your way through life, write 2 inches the comments as a quiet declaration of trust. Let it be a reminder to yourself that you are not navigating this alone. Let it mark a decision in your heart to slow down and listen. Your mother has also been concerned about how harshly you speak to yourself. There are mistakes you made in the past that you continue to replay as evidence against your own worth. You say things in your mind that you would never say to someone you love. That inner voice has grown critical and unforgiving. I did not design you to live under constant self-judgment. Your mother never wanted you crushed by perfectionism. She saw your efforts, even when they fell short, and she loved you through them. I love you in that same way, but with even greater depth. My grace is not limited to your performance. It covers your weaknesses, your missteps, and your learning seasons. You are allowed to grow without punishing yourself at every turn. There is also a fear in you about becoming like someone who hurt you. You are careful not to repeat patterns you witnessed growing up. That caution shows your desire to do better, and that is good. But fear of repeating the past should not overshadow your confidence in who you are becoming. I am shaping you with intention. You are not bound to repeat negative cycles. Your mother's prayer was that you would take the good she gave you and leave behind what was flawed. That is exactly what I am empowering you to do. You have felt a stirring recently, a quiet pull towards something deeper spiritually. It is not just emotion, it is an invitation. I am drawing you closer, not to overwhelm you, but to anchor you more firmly in my presence. When you feel that pull, do not ignore it. Do not dismiss it as imagination. It is my spirit reminding you that there is more peace available than what you have been living with. Your mother's final longing included your spiritual strength. She did not want your faith to weaken after her departure. She wanted it to deepen, to mature, to become rooted in personal conviction rather than borrowed belief. You are entering a season where your relationship with me must become more personal and less dependent on past experiences. I am not distant. I am waiting for you to speak honestly, to sit quietly, to allow my peace to settle your thoughts. There are blessings ahead that require preparation. Some involve responsibility. Some involve visibility. Some involve influence. I am not placing these things before you to intimidate you. I am preparing you because you are capable. Your mother saw potential in you that you often overlook. I see it even more clearly. There are also habits of comparison that still try to pull you backward. You scroll, you observe, you measure your progress against others. Each time you do, a small part of your confidence shrinks. Stop feeding that pattern. Your life is not meant to mirror someone else's timeline. What I am building in you is specific, intentional, and uniquely designed. You have also been avoiding a difficult conversation. It lingers in your mind, but you keep postponing it because you fear conflict. Your mother would want you honest and brave, not silent and resentful. Speak with wisdom, speak with calm, speak with respect, but do not remain silent if truth needs to be expressed. There is healing in clarity. There is freedom in addressing what has been quietly weighing on you. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150 million year old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You sometimes wonder if your tears still matter. You feel like you should be stronger by now. You tell yourself that enough time has passed and that you should have fully moved on. Healing does not follow a strict schedule. It moves in layers. I am patient with your process, and your mother is at peace with it too. Before we continue further, I want you to anchor this truth in your heart. You are not behind. You are not broken beyond repair. You are in motion, even when it feels slow. If you accept that I am guiding your growth and shaping your future carefully, write 17 inches, the comments as a sign that you receive this direction. Let it remind you that movement is happening, even if it is not loud or dramatic. You are still deeply loved. You are still chosen. You are still protected. Your mother's longing was never for you to remain fragile. It was for you to discover how strong you truly are with me beside you. She rests knowing that I am holding you through every challenge and celebrating every victory. The road ahead is not empty. It is filled with opportunities for joy, maturity, and purpose. Do not retreat into fear. Do not shrink from responsibility. Stand tall in the truth that you are guided by a faithful God and remembered by a loving mother. That combination is not weakness. It is a foundation. Move forward with courage. Let your faith grow deeper than your doubts. Let your steps be steady, even when emotions rise and fall. There is a quiet battle that has been taking place in your thoughts. On the outside you function, you smile, you move through your responsibilities. On the inside, there are questions about your worth, your future, and whether you are truly enough. Your mother has watched you wrestle with these doubts, and she has pleaded that I would remind you of your value. You were never ordinary in her eyes. She saw light in you even when you were unsure of yourself. I see that same light, but I also see how you sometimes try to dim it so that others feel more comfortable around you. You shrink your opinions, you silence your ideas, and you hold back your gifts because you fear rejection. That is not the life she prayed for you. That is not the life I designed for you. There is authority in your voice that you have not fully embraced. There is wisdom in your experiences that can guide others. When you silence yourself out of fear, you delay the impact you were meant to have. Your mother's final longing includes your boldness. She wants you to speak with clarity and live with confidence, not arrogance, but steady assurance rooted in who you are becoming. You have been carrying responsibilities that feel heavy, especially since her passing. You stepped into roles you did not expect to carry so soon. At times it felt like childhood ended abruptly and adulthood arrived without warning. I saw you adjust. I saw you try to be strong for others. I saw the moments when you cried quietly because the weight felt unfair. Your strength did not go unnoticed. Your perseverance did not go unseen. But I do not want you to confuse survival with purpose. You were not created only to endure hardship. You were created to thrive, to create, to love deeply, and to build a life filled with meaning. There is also a fear inside you about repeating mistakes. You are cautious in relationships because you do not want to be hurt again. You analyze every word, every action, searching for warning signs. That constant vigilance has made your heart tired. Your mother would not want you guarded to the point of isolation. She wants you protected, but not imprisoned. There is a difference between wisdom and fear. I am teaching you discernment so you can recognize what is healthy and what is not. You do not need to close your heart to stay safe. You need to walk closely with me. If you are ready to trust that I will help you discern what belongs in your life and what does not, write 1919 inches the comments as your declaration of confidence. Let it be a step toward living with openness instead of suspicion. There have been moments when you questioned whether you disappointed her. You replay certain choices and imagine what she would have thought. That internal conversation has shaped how you see yourself. Let me settle that now. She is not standing in heaven disappointed in you. She is resting in peace, trusting that I am refining you daily. Growth does not require perfection. It requires willingness. You have shown willingness even when you felt weak. You have chosen to keep going when it would have been easier to withdraw. That perseverance honors both her memory and my purpose. There is also a calling toward generosity that has been stirring in you. Not just financial generosity, but generosity of time, encouragement, and compassion. You feel deeply when others are hurting because you know what it is to lose someone dear. I will use that compassion. It is not a flaw. It is a gift. Do not harden your heart to avoid feeling pain. Your sensitivity is part of your design. It allows you to connect in ways others cannot. You have been worried about the future more than you admit. You think about aging, about responsibilities, about uncertainties you cannot control. Sometimes those thoughts come late at night when everything is quiet. I am already in your future. I am not surprised by what lies ahead. Your mother's trust in me was not misplaced, and neither will yours be. There are blessings forming that you cannot yet see. Doors are aligning. People are being positioned. Opportunities are preparing themselves quietly. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Do not rush ahead of my timing. Do not force outcomes out of anxiety. You have also been wrestling with identity. Who are you now without her physical presence? Who are you in this new chapter of life? You are still loved. You are still guided. You are still capable. Your identity was never meant to be built on one relationship alone. It is built on my unchanging love for you. There are areas in your life where you must forgive yourself again. Not once, but repeatedly. Healing sometimes requires revisiting old wounds with new understanding. I am patient with that process. I do not grow tired of your need for reassurance. Your mother's longing was not that you would become invincible. It was that you would become whole. Wholeness means acknowledging pain without letting it define you. It means remembering love without becoming trapped in nostalgia. It means stepping forward with courage, even when memories follow behind. You are closer to wholeness than you realize. There are also practical changes that need to happen. Small adjustments in routine, in focus, in boundaries. These are not dramatic shifts, but steady refinements. When you listen to my quiet guidance, you will sense what needs to change. Trust those impressions. Before this portion closes, anchor this truth firmly. You are not drifting through life without direction. You are being shaped intentionally. If you accept that I am forming you for a future filled with purpose and protection, write Amen in the comments as your sign of agreement. Let it remind you that you are aligned with my will. Your mother's final longing has never been about keeping you tied to the past. It has been about ensuring you rise into your calling without fear. You are stronger than your doubts. You are wiser than your mistakes. You are more loved than your insecurities tell you. There is something inside you that still feels unfinished. You sometimes sense that there were conversations you never had, lessons you did not fully learn, words you never heard her say. That feeling has quietly made you doubt your readiness for the future. You wonder if you missed something essential. Listen carefully. You were given what you needed. Not every lesson arrives through perfect timing or complete understanding. Some lessons unfold later when you are ready to apply them. Your mother trusted that I would complete in you what she could not finish teaching. That trust was not misplaced. I am still shaping you. I am still filling in the spaces that feel incomplete. There is also a pattern of overthinking that has grown stronger since her passing. You analyze every decision from every angle. You fear making the wrong move because you no longer have her voice to consult in the same way. That fear has slowed your confidence. I am closer than you realize. You do not need to be paralyzed by the need for certainty. I guide through peace, not pressure. When you sense calm clarity in your spirit, that is often my direction. When anxiety drives you, that is usually fear trying to regain control. Your mother's final longing included your decisiveness. She did not want you stuck in endless hesitation. She wanted you moving forward, even if steps felt small at first. There is a creative energy inside you that you have not fully expressed. It may show up in writing, speaking, building, designing, leading, or serving. You have minimized it because you assumed it was insignificant. It is not insignificant. It is part of your calling. I placed imagination in you for a reason. Your mother saw flashes of it throughout your life. She celebrated your ideas even when others overlooked them. Now is the time to take that creativity seriously, not to chase applause, but to fulfill purpose. You have also struggled with trust in close relationships. After loss, your heart became cautious. You sometimes pull back before someone can get too close, as if protecting yourself from future pain. I understand that instinct, but it is not the path to freedom. Guarding your heart does not mean locking it away. It means walking with wisdom and allowing me to guide your connections. If you are willing to open your heart without surrendering your discernment, write 3 inches the comments as your declaration of balanced trust. Let it mark a shift from fear to faith in how you relate to others. Your mother has also been concerned about how you handle stress. You carry more internally than people realize. You smile outwardly while pressure builds silently inside. That silent pressure sometimes turns into irritability or exhaustion. You feel confused by your own reactions. I want you to begin recognizing when you need rest before you reach the breaking point. Rest is not laziness. It is wisdom. You are not required to solve everything alone. There are people I have placed around you who can support you. Allowing help is not weakness, it is humility. There are dreams you quietly abandoned because they felt unrealistic after life changed. You convinced yourself that stability mattered more than passion. You told yourself that dreams were for a different version of you. Your mother never wanted you to abandon what made you come alive. Stability and passion are not enemies. They can coexist when guided properly. I am able to align practicality with purpose. Do not shrink your aspirations simply because fear whispers that you are too late or too small. There is also healing needed in how you see time. You feel like you lost years emotionally after her passing. You think you are behind in areas where others seem ahead. Time in my hands is not wasted. Seasons of grief are not empty. They shape depth, empathy, and maturity. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. You are not behind. You are prepared in ways you cannot yet measure. You sometimes imagine what she would say if she could speak directly to you again. You try to hear her tone in your memory. I want you to know that the kindness you remember was real. But now you must build your confidence on my voice, not only on recollection. I am steady. I am present. I am not limited by memory. Your mother rests without worry. She is not anxious about your future. She is not pacing in concern. She is at peace because she trusts me completely. That same trust is available to you. Before this portion closes, I want you to seal this truth inside your heart. You are not navigating blind. You are not walking unsupported. If you accept that I am guiding your steps, even when you cannot see the entire path, write 8 inches the comments as your sign of agreement. Let it remind you that faith does not require full visibility. Your life is not defined by loss. It is defined by resilience, love, and growth. Carry her memory with gratitude, not fear. Build your future with courage, not hesitation. I am shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than you were before. Nothing you endured was wasted. Nothing you felt was unseen. Walk forward knowing that your mother's longing has been honored and that my presence will never leave you. The days ahead hold stability, purpose, and quiet victories that will surprise you. There is a subtle fear that you may forget the details of her. You hold tightly to photographs, old messages, small belongings, as if losing them would mean losing her again. Those objects comfort you, but they also remind you of what you cannot touch anymore. I do not ask you to throw away memories. I ask you not to let them become anchors that prevent movement. Her love is not contained in objects. It is reflected in who you are becoming. The patience you show, the kindness you offer, the resilience you demonstrate, those are living traces of what she poured into you. You have wondered if you are strong enough to face what lies ahead without her physical presence. You imagine future milestones and feel a quiet ache thinking she will not be standing beside you. That ache is real, and I do not dismiss it. But understand this clearly. You will not walk into those moments alone. I will be there. I will steady you when emotions rise. Your mother trusted me with your future more than she trusted herself. She knew that her time on earth was limited, but my presence with you is not. That knowledge gave her peace. There is also a part of you that feels pressure to live in a way that justifies her sacrifices. You feel like you must achieve something extraordinary to make her efforts worthwhile. That pressure sometimes makes you anxious and restless. She did not love you so that you would become a trophy. She loved you because you were her child. I love you for the same reason, not because of what you accomplish. Let your actions flow from gratitude, not obligation. Let your progress be motivated by purpose, not fear of disappointing someone who is already at peace. If you are willing to release the pressure of proving yourself and instead live from a place of confidence, write 444 inches the comments as your declaration of freedom. Let it mark a shift from striving to trusting. There have been times when you felt distant from me. After her passing, your prayers sometimes felt mechanical or empty. You wondered whether I truly heard you, or whether your words were lost in silence. I heard every prayer. I collected every tear. I was closer than you realized, even when emotions clouded your awareness. Faith does not always feel dramatic. Often it is quiet endurance. Often it is choosing to stand when you feel nothing. Your mother's longing was that your faith would not collapse under sorrow. She did not want her absence to weaken your trust in me. She wanted it to deepen your dependence. There are relationships in your life that have changed since she left. Some grew stronger, some drifted away. You have questioned whether you did something wrong when certain connections faded. Not every departure is failure. Sometimes I remove what no longer aligns with where you are going. Growth changes dynamics. You are not responsible for maintaining every bond forever. You are responsible for walking with integrity and allowing me to guide who stays and who moves on. You have also carried a quiet fear about your own mortality. Losing someone so close made you aware of how fragile life is. That awareness sometimes turns into anxiety about the future. I do not want you living under constant anticipation of loss. Awareness should lead to gratitude, not fear. It should inspire intentional living, not nervous survival. You are in my hands. Your days are known. Your purpose is unfolding. There is a strength in you that you have underestimated. You think of yourself as sensitive, emotional, easily shaken. But I see endurance that you overlook. You survived nights when grief felt unbearable. You continued responsibilities when your heart was heavy. You showed up when it would have been easier to withdraw. That is strength. That is resilience. Your mother's longing was not that you would avoid pain forever. It was that you would discover you could endure it without losing yourself. You have also been comparing your healing to others. Some appear to move on quickly. Some seem unaffected. You question whether you are too slow or too emotional. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Healing is not a race. It is a personal journey. Your process is not inferior because it is different. I am shaping you uniquely. What takes time in you is being formed deeply. Before this portion closes, I want you to anchor this truth once more. You are not fragile beyond repair. You are being refined. If you accept that refinement is happening and that I am strengthening you daily, write 666 inches the comments as your sign of agreement. Let it remind you that growth often feels uncomfortable but leads to stability. You are not abandoned in this life. You are accompanied. Your mother's longing has been honored. Her love continues in the qualities you carry. My presence continues in every step you take. Move forward without fear of forgetting her. Move forward without fear of failing her. Move forward with steady confidence that you are held by a faithful God. The days ahead will include challenges, but they will also include joy you did not expect. You will laugh again without guilt. You will build again without hesitation. You will love again without constant fear. I am not finished with you. I am guiding you carefully. And everything unfolding from here will be shaped by grace, wisdom, and unshakable love. There is still a quiet sadness that visits you without warning. It can appear in the middle of an ordinary day. You might be working, speaking, or resting when it suddenly settles on your chest. That sadness does not mean you are weak. It means love once lived deeply in your heart. Do not push that feeling away with frustration. Let it pass through you without judgment. Emotions are not enemies. They are reminders that your heart is alive. Your mother has not been begging me to keep you tied to grief. She has been longing for you to recognize how much strength has already grown in you. You are not the same person you were in the first days of loss. You have matured in ways that are quiet but powerful. You think more carefully. You value time more deeply. You understand compassion in a way you once did not. That growth is not accidental. It is the result of walking through fire and not being consumed. There is a new confidence that is beginning to form inside you, even if it feels small. It shows up when you speak more clearly. It shows up when you set a boundary without guilt. It shows up when you choose peace over argument. That confidence is a sign of healing. It is a sign that you are no longer defined only by what happened to you. Your mother's final longing includes this steady strength. She does not want you second-guessing every decision. She wants you trusting the wisdom that has formed within you. You have learned lessons through experience that no book could teach. You have faced uncertainty and survived it. You have faced loneliness and endured it. That means you are capable of facing what comes next. There is also a desire rising in you to create something meaningful. It may not yet have a clear shape, but it is there. You feel drawn toward purpose beyond routine. That desire is not random. It is part of the unfolding plan for your life. I placed it there. Your mother's prayers over you aligned with that purpose long ago. You have been afraid to fully embrace it because you fear failing publicly. You worry about what others will think. You imagine criticism before you even begin. Fear of opinion is a subtle trap. It keeps you small when you were designed to expand. If you are willing to step beyond the fear of judgment and move toward purpose, write 14 inches the comments as a declaration of boldness. Let it mark a shift from hesitation to action. There have been relationships where you felt misunderstood, After loss, you changed in ways others did not fully comprehend. Some expected you to recover quickly. Some avoided your pain because it made them uncomfortable. Those experiences taught you who truly listens and who only observes from a distance. That awareness is wisdom, not bitterness. You are allowed to grow closer to those who meet you with empathy. You are allowed to release expectations from those who cannot. Your mother's longing was not that you cling to every connection. It was that you walk in environments that nourish your spirit. There is also a calling toward forgiveness that goes beyond others. It reaches toward yourself. You sometimes blame yourself for not appreciating her enough when she was here. You replay small arguments or impatient moments. You wish you had slowed down more. Listen carefully. Love is not measured by perfection. It is measured by presence, and you were present in many ways. I do not want you trapped in a cycle of regret. Regret does not honor her. Growth does. There are future moments coming when you will feel her memory warmly rather than painfully. You will smile at recollections without the sharp ache that once followed. That shift is already beginning. Healing does not erase love. It transforms how love is carried. You have also been thinking about your own legacy.